Everyone, thank you for joining me. Still sick, but I am coping with it. Thank you so much. Appreciate all of you being here. Smash that like button for me. If you want to join the panel, the link is currently in the chat. So anybody and everyone is welcome. Hi there, Stinky. Hippie Easter. I will get some rest right after this. Who else do we got here? Sorry, not sorry. Carbella, Oranges Poranges, Lynn Smith, Blue Moon, Openly Avoiding, Lilith, Dax, Jen Puff, Nicole, Desiree, Carbella, Selena, Just Julie, Havasu Mom, thank you for being here. Killer Kowalski, how have you been? Oranges Poranges, Selena FB, Desiree, Jenny, Just Julie, and everybody else, thank you so much. A lot to talk about, but not really. Kinda. It depends on what we're gonna talk about. Kelly Wade, welcome. How are you doing, Kelly? Hopefully you're okay. Monty, your name, right? Have you been into the cough syrup? I have, Kidney J. I've been treating myself well. We got Theresa here. Theresa, hello, hello, hello. Carbella, I did have to rush up my stairs because I had my supervisor bringing me in the office again. You know, Martha. Hippie Ista, hello.
Yes, I want you to go get. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm old enough to be your mother. I'm pretty sure. And I want you to go get, well, take some Tylenol, take some chicken soup, and tell Martha she has to take care of you.
I will indeed. She actually has been taking care of me. I did go rest a little bit in the middle of the day, and she crept into bed right beside me with her cute pink nose touching my nose. It was like the cutest thing ever. And then she was purring and she was being
Oh,
there
I
staring at me.
know.
It's
I
the
always,
cutest.
I always tell my kitties they're my nurse kitties. If I don't
Hmm.
feel good, they're my nurse kitties.
For sure. So she does take good care of me. Hey there, Patty. Hey there, everybody. Rose Talk, welcome. Cemetery, hi there, Desiree, welcome. So yeah, she is amazing. I couldn't picture myself without my cats, to be honest with you. Like they're
Oh,
just my family.
me either. Me either. And I fostered that in my son as well because he and his wife are not going to be able to have children unless they adopt, and they don't care. They're adopting kitties. And so I have my own fur babies, and then I have my fur grandkids. So that's the best thing ever.
Exactly. Beautiful. So yeah, they've been taking good care of me. Other than that, where is Foodie Beauty right now? I have no idea, but it seems she is somewhere. I do think she is seeing Dom, but just in what capacity is she seeing him? Is he in Gatineau, Ottawa area, or is he in Montreal? I don't know. What do you think, Hippie?
I have no idea at this point. This is just the most bizarre portion of this that we've had because when he was in Gatineau, we knew where she was. Now that he's in Montreal, we don't have a clue, or even if he is there, or even if Dee Dee has kicked him out or not kicked him out or whatnot. I know I would have kicked him out by now. Well, I don't know. If I had somebody cook for me, yeah, not going there. But I just, they just need to. I don't know. I don't know where he is. I don't know where she is. I know that if I was her, I would bring him closer to me versus having to go to Montreal. But
Yeah, that would only be logical to bring him, where you are, so you don't have to keep traveling back and forth, right? That just makes sense.
and do we have any idea what her check may have been from Google?
I'm thinking, and this is just like a super rough estimate, maybe like $4,000.
Well, that's a downgrade.
It is for her, but for four
For
thousand
her,
dollars,
for not the rest of us. I'm
yeah,
not
that's a lot of
sorry.
money.
The rest of us, that's good stuff, but for her, that's a downgrade. And then she went out today to try to Sephora to, you know, buy some expensive makeup. And why? Why? She doesn't even know where half the crap she's got is because it's all over that bedroom and I don't know. Sorry, not
Very
sorry.
true. In all honesty, the makeup that she bought, she probably has multiples of the same thing. Not maybe the exact same brand, but the same type of makeup, like eyeshadow and gloss and
Yeah,
foundation, BB
and
cream, CC cream,
and that palette. Oh, good God! With all that,
the funky colors. That's the Mimi palette from the
lived
Drew Carey
lived
show.
lived there when that was the real thing. Because I'm old. We did that. It's not flattering. Makeup should enhance you, not devour you. And what she bought today is just God. If she puts that on her eyes, it's gonna be horrible.
Exactly. But she did though. She came back and put it on her eyes and saying she's in love because she put her makeup on. She had
With
to
this
use,
50-year-old person,
yeah,
which again, some of us think Natter's that old. So is she talking about somebody different that's 50 years old, or is she talking about him?
Well, well, I would think it would be somebody else, but you never know if these people are real or they're made up. I have no idea. Hey, Foxy Lady. Hey, Angela. It could be an amalgamation of different people mixed together. I have no idea what she's thinking. She's pulling out all the stops, though. She wants to get the super chats, and she will manipulate people to the T to get as much super chats as possible.
Yep. And that's just sad as heck.
Exactly, it is. So, we're inching closer to what the finale, the final arc. A lot of people thought it ended with her channel being muted, but she came back. People might think it might end this way when she is not getting the super chats like she's accustomed to. Because on Playboy right now, it says in the past 7 days, she's gotten $556. That is 10% of what she was getting on a regular basis. Can you imagine
Exactly.
that?
Absolutely. Hey, the rest of y'all who are out there and don't think you or think it's going to be scary to get up here, come on, get up here with us. We need more people on the panel. Come on.
Indeed. If you're the panel's open to anybody and everybody, so if you want to come up, say something, then come and say it. No, you will not be questioned. I'm missing the appropriate word for it. You
We don't bite.
exactly. What percentage does YouTube get from super chats? 30%.
30%. Absolutely.
Yup, which is a good chunk.
Yep. So she's just getting little bits of what she's getting. It's not the full thing.
Exactly. Hey Andrea, welcome.
Oh, Andrea, hello, my sweetie.
Oh, sorry, I'm muted. No, no camera for me today. Like it's my wash day, my hair washing day, and it's just like a big task. So no camera for me. But I definitely want to say hi to you guys. I like for spring break. It was so nice to have all of the Chantal content and like all of the creators. I could just like totally take it all in. But it's like while I'm working again, it's like, oh man. But it's really been nice. So Monty, thank you. Because I can turn on the stream while I'm at work and just like get in a stream in the middle of the day. It's really like good for breaking up the day. But I don't know. Chantal only has like a few go-tos, you know what I mean? When she's just out of options. And it's either going to be cooking something. Um, she's going to try to, make it seem like she's just enjoying. Yes, I did get the treadmill up and running. Thank you.
Oh, wow. Well, I wish I was there. Not that I really
Well,
want to do the treadmill, but I should be.
I mean, it's pretty cool. It goes under my desk and I can game and walk at the same time.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Oh,
Yes.
wow.
You got
Oh,
one of
So
my
those.
gosh,
yeah,
Andrea, that's wonderful.
yeah. So it's like, if you're a gamer, a big danger is sitting down for a very long time. It's
Well, of
it's
course
so
it is.
bad.
Exactly.
Well, anything. If you're a
Anything,
worker.
yeah, yeah. If you're doing something sitting down and you can, they have like just FYI everybody, they have under you can put it under your desk or you can just sit down. They have like little cycle things where you can cycle your feet just so
Yeah.
you can get like movement. So I opted for under the desk treadmill and it's really good. So but yeah, thank you for asking about the treadmill. But
Well, we're proud of you.
thank you, Hippie. So you're such a mom.
That's
I
awesome.
am a mom. Yes, I am.
You're
Sorry.
such a mom. It's okay. It's great. It's great. It's very nurturing. But yeah, so I've noticed like the whole makeup haul, like Chantal could turn can you hear me? Okay, here we go. Chantal could turn like a lot of her things into content. So for example, instead of doing a live stream, she could have filmed her shopping options. She could have offered some education about the things that she was choosing to purchase, like her thoughts. Like, so but she's got to ask her chat, like, did you think this color looks good on me? How can you, like, you know, always just have to suck the content, um, sucking the content out of her audience. She's got to ask, she's got to prompt them. And she could have just filmed that shopping. I don't like it when um she just mindlessly goes and buys like just unnecessary things when it's she's not really shopping. She's just mindlessly, there it is.
She's
That's
just
what bothers me.
she's just
um
wasting money.
she's just wasting
She's
money.
just wasting money. And if she wanted to truly be a YouTube influencer, you wouldn't be asking people. You would go in and you'd say, I want this, I want this, I want this. I mean, I would never ask any. I'm sorry, I probably should ask somebody because I probably don't pick the right things, but that's not my style. I just go in and say, I want this, this, and this, and
Yeah,
let's go.
and it's like,
And if you're going to be an influencer, that's what you need to do, not ask like for consensus building. I don't,
precisely,
you know,
she could have went in there and said, so people, I mean, you can do this in a Google search. So it says that these colors are trending for the season. So I'm looking for these colors because these colors look great on me. So let's look. And that's all you have to do. You like just prime it, show some products, buy some. You can take that stuff home and just basically just try it on. She's going to sit and cry and be high and put on makeup anyway. So she could have made content out of it. Instead, it was just like, oh, I think I want a random taco. Oh, I think I want a lemon tart. It's like it's just
it's just, and those, I'm sorry, I don't get this whole eyelash thing. It's not my thing because I've worn contacts for so long and I couldn't even imagine putting all that on. But all those eyelashes and that uh uh what is it called, the liner that you put on to put the
eyeliner. Yeah.
Magnetic eyeliner is what she puts on.
magnetic, thank you, Monty, magnetic eyeliner. That somehow I'm pretty sure somebody is going to say is not good at some
It's
point.
hard to take off.
Well,
Well, not
when you,
only that, you've got that magnetic mess all around your eyes. I'm pretty
I
sure.
agree. I'm like, I'll just use whatever little glue I need because I know exactly what glue is. I'm like, I don't know. I don't like magnetic. It's just it's convenient. It's super convenient, but I'm just like, nah, I'll wait on that. But you know, one thing that I've noticed is I feel like she's got some kind of formal sanction or something because she's really abiding by it. She really doesn't want to. She's like, I'm not going to talk about Natter. Oh, look what he got me. You know, um, I thought that was a big lie. By the way, I don't think he got her that plush toy at all. I don't think.
No,
I don't
I
think
can't.
he. I
Mm-mm.
don't think he bought her anything. I really don't think he woke her up kissing her with a toy that looked like Sam. She got the toy that looked like Sam. She
Mm-hmm.
probably tried to give it to him or something like that. You know, it's just it was just so it was just to me it was just
Weird.
a petty attempt. Why are you trying to make his character look better? You know?
I mean, she just, I don't get it. I'm sorry. Again, Andrea, you said I was a mother. I could have been, no, I would have been really young to be her mother, but yeah, no, not that young. But God, I would have slapped her around. Sorry.
No problem, hippie. You're kind
But
of
I would have, things would have been different. Let me just put it that way.
Well, you know, with all of like I would be you know, I wear makeup. I don't wear fake lashes or anything, but it's just not what I would be. I wouldn't even be buying normal makeup. You know, if I was in her position. It's just it's just not it's just not something that would be my priority. Like she says she's taking medication all of a sudden
Yep.
and you
Mm-hmm.
know, I don't know, you know, I don't know how different she is when she's, you know, doing what she should be doing on her medication. But what's so interesting is she's really trying to so she's okay. I'm just gonna say she's a big old hypocrite because she complains about people using her for content when all she has done was she used Nata for content right out of the gate. That was her whole thing,
Mm-hmm.
trying to copy Sagittarius Shoddy. She was gonna basically just meet these guys and use them for content. Like way at the beginning, that's what it was gonna be. Um, and she used Natter. Natter kept telling her, "Please don't talk about me. Please don't talk about me." She talked about him for 4 months, and you guys know the rest. And now he has a channel, and now she's experiencing some kind of pressure to not talk about him, and she's just wasting money, blowing money everywhere, just trying to avoid talking about him. But her um I mean, just the obvious thing, making up stories, making up, oh, look at this. He gave me this. And we were in love. And I would, if it was all bad, you know, it's just like Chantal, just, you have other stuff in your life that is, you know,
More important.
so much more important than, you know, what Dee
She,
Dee said and what Dee Dee, I mean, we all knew the story about Dee Dee was most likely fake. A lot of people, it just
well,
didn't.
yeah.
And she's just like, well, I'm not giving her an apology. It's like, girl, you're asking about stuff that are, it's just you don't have anything to do. She played dumb about, oh, what do you guys think it means? She just did that for content because she has nothing else. So if she could just like, this is her moment to get a clean break away from these people. And she's just, you know, I'm gonna go shopping. I'm gonna go, you know,
Yes, but and the fact that she is wasting so much time because I'm older and my mother is older and she's still here with us. And I try to do everything I can for her and with her. And I wish that Chantel knew that she needed to value her mother at this point. She's so lucky to have her, and that her mother is young, and that her mother is healthy and can help her and talk to her. And
hey, CM Cakes, hop on. Oh,
and she's just not. and but I don't even think it'll bother her because I don't think she feels that.
I don't think
So
they're hippies. I do not think so. But I think Kenny J just said, who said that? She may have some legal consequences coming her way. She really might. And you like everybody said it. Everybody said like you are playing games with the police officers. Like if she actually went into the police station, if she actually you know tried to press charges, doing all that she has done online regarding that, or I mean, I couldn't see who said Kenny J. I thought it was you, but like doing all that she's done, it's just really obvious to a lot of us that she has to scramble for content, and she should not have to scramble for content. Making content is supposed to be something she should be able to do at this point. Yeah, yeah, CM Cakes. I don't know how she was ever surprised. I don't know how she was ever shocked. I mean, that woman was there for 3 weeks. That girl was not sleeping on a couch because she's a big girl. Natter should have been sleeping on the couch, if anything. So I just, I have no doubt that Dee Dee wanted to shower him with money. The only thing true about Dee Dee is that she doesn't like Chantal. Like she really doesn't like Chantal because she doesn't like Chantal enough to say, I would slide in and steal your man. I mean, well, Chantal says she slept with her boyfriend, but we all know Natter was saying he was single. And I don't think Chantal understands how relationships work. Like if he says he's single, ma'am. Well, I'm there all the time. I'm there every day. That does not, if he says he's single, that is not your boyfriend. She just couldn't get that, you know?
So true. Hey, Stinky, you wanted something to say?
Hey, yeah, I'm just kind of hanging out. I won't be saying much, but I will chime in occasionally. I'm just kind of multitasking right now, but yeah, she is not thinking clearly or loves to just exaggerate to make herself feel better. And it makes me cringe every time she says boyfriend when she's referring to him in the past because we all know that wasn't the case in his
Yes.
mind.
Yes.
And, he would just probably shower her with, love bombing when they're together so he could get away with, the not so nice things. And then obviously we know he's lying. Yeah. I mean, his nickname in some places on the YouTube is Green Peen for a reason. So
Yeah. Isn't that sexy?
Green Peen.
Yeah, as Jen Puff is saying, she will not stop with the boyfriend title. Boyfriend,
Yeah.
boyfriend,
It's goofy.
boyfriend. Yeah. Very unfortunate.
And the way she says it, I don't like her because she was sleeping with my man. I'm like, ma'am.
That's almost offensive to BB. Like, he put his entire life into that relationship, and she's calling some dude with a floor mattress and zero regard for her well-being, her boyfriend.
Exactly. Like he
Like,
doesn't care
wake
about
up.
his body. He doesn't care about her body. There's no respect. But
Mm-mm.
he's literally never claimed her. He Nader said, I was with her for 1 week when we were in Toronto. She want to live with Pete's, that I'm never her boyfriend. He said that.
Do you guys remember when she bought the ring? That level
Oh
of
my.
it's like, Chantal, are you okay? But we all know she's not.
I was
Because
just
if
like,
my friend did that, I'd be like, you crazy woman.
I would be driving to someone's house. I would be moving stuff in. I'm like, nope, I'm here now. This is gonna stop. We're gonna do something gonna happen. I don't know what's gonna happen, but buying rings is not gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
She has nobody to do that for her because she's basically turned her back on everyone. I mean, if my sister did that, I would be sliding in and knocking in doors and disconnecting Wi-Fi's, taking credit.
Telling mom, like,
Yeah,
help.
like she needs intervention. You know what I mean?
You know what? I feel like would she take it personally and just storm out? Like if her family genuinely sat down and was like, "Hey, we're concerned for you, and we want you to stop making a fool of yourself online for likes, and we want you to have more self-respect and like seek mental help," she would get offended because God forbid constructive criticism
Right. I
that
think,
will lead to self-improvement.
in fact, I think that probably already happened.
Oh yeah, I'm
Yeah.
sure. I don't
No,
really know the specific
she,
history of her intervention, but
she can't take any criticism from
mhm.
anybody. I don't care, family, friends, nobody. If you tell her no, then she's going to do whatever the thing is she wants to do. I don't care who you are.
It doesn't.
And
I mean,
that has got to be some kind of mental disability. I don't want, God, I don't want to give her that out.
It could be
But,
narcissism, just blatant narcissism,
yeah,
and
people
or
being
so big.
sociopath.
terrified of shame.
I, there's nothing there, you know?
No
Well,
rationality.
and what I noticed is Chantal is she's struggling for content right now. Like
Hmm.
shopping is an easy thing. Driving, sitting in your car and driving is easy. And she's like, "Oh, maybe we can go for a random taco on the way home, and maybe we can do this." And I feel like she is like constantly floating. She's floating. She's
The
aimless.
queen of non-tent.
She
Like,
yeah.
Hey, if y'all will give me super chats and monetize my channel, I'll go to Starbucks every day. They love me. When I walk in, they know who I am and pick up my drink, my little whatever, my little impossible sandwich and we're good to go. So just tell me if y'all are up for that, I'm good.
honestly,
I mean,
I
I would
mean,
rather give hippies the $5 I mean, because it's intentional. I mean, I'm sure watching Hippie to interact with folks, she's got her Texas accent. I mean, I bet you could follow Hippie Easter around and she's making people laugh her whole day. But that's who
there's
she
a
that's who she is. You know what I mean?
we're yeah, there's like an actual personality and not like
Yeah,
a dumpster fire that's like just embers at this point.
exactly. Not a shell of a human.
But
Struggling.
because she's given it all up for what, a lack of just, and I feel like she really just does not know how to process the feeling of shame, or like accountability that come like the shame that comes with accepting where she's at and like what she's gotten herself into. I bet
Yeah,
you
No, she
that's why she
doesn't.
loves the hug box.
yeah, yeah. If I were her,
Absolutely, she doesn't know how to do that.
And that's
She
just
doesn't have. I don't think anybody's ever told her that you need to be ashamed about these kind of things.
I
mm-hmm.
I think her
I don't
uncle is.
understand.
I think her uncle is probably um because it's been said that the uncle has cut her out of all of his social media. If anyone has said anything to her, I believe that the uncle has made it very clear to her, and I believe he's the one that has set rules and boundaries, which is why she left the uncle's house. You remember she went there to detox, and she stayed there for about a day. You know what I mean? And I, I think that's a part of why she's just will not leave Natter alone is to spite. She's trying to spite her uncle. That's just my theory. But I just if she could just sit down and see how much she has lost. I mean, yes, she hasn't experienced any consequences. Getting her channel back was probably one of the worst things that could happen.
I know, I agree, because
Um,
that would have been like the perfect wake up call. But would it, like, the bees are so, I don't, yeah.
she dug her heels in, and she's just like determined to burn this whole thing to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, okay, just take the rest of my life. I mean, the first time getting a STD is something that happens. Nobody should be ashamed about it.
No, it's
Um,
completely stigmatized, and it's just like
yeah, it doesn't mean that you're a horrible person, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I still wouldn't come on here and say I have gonorrhea. I wouldn't say that, you know.
No, that's
You
like
know, I just
that's
wouldn't do that.
pretty private.
It's
And if
very private.
so,
But
maybe
that's
like
it. You know what I mean? So
don't like still give your love and attention. I say love very like lightly. Love and attention to the person who cheated on you and lied to you and gave it to you. That's my issue.
that's my issue. And then
It's like, I'm sorry you got gonorrhea, Chantal. Please respect your body more often and have your partners get tested before you affiliate. I feel like that's just responsible adult behavior.
yeah, and he made her bathe, and he made her. I mean, she looked at him in the eye, and he was like, "You wrapped up in my sheets. Did you shower?" And she's like, "Yes." And he knew it was a lie. We all knew it was a lie. He knew
He
it.
probably doesn't even open his butt cheeks in the shower. So like he just gives me stank crack vibes. Like,
Yeah,
like just like
somebody shower like you're clean.
I saw a TikTok earlier. I'm sorry, I'm so chronically online. And it was a woman crying with her hand over her mouth. She's like, please, please wash your bottom. I can smell it through my mask. And I was like, wow, that just gives me Nader vibes.
Yeah,
Like he seems a little sour.
yeah. Just so everybody knows, you need to open your butt cheek.
Just PSA.
It doesn't matter what size you are.
Or who you are. I
you
promise
are.
you guys, it is not gay to wash your butt.
You need to do that.
Please, for the public safety of trains
it's a
and any
public-
public transportation
It's a public
or
health
space.
issue.
Honestly, there needs to be some PSAs.
You need to do that. Okay, just while you're in the shower, just go ahead and do that.
Standing in the shower for 10 minutes, walking out like
No, that one time where she was like, "I'm gonna get in the shower real quick," and she came back in like 5 minutes. I said, "Girl, you a whole lot of woman. You take your butt back to that shower. Take your butt back to that shower and wash some cheeks."
yeah,
Girl.
that's actually a little concerning. Can she reach all of the places in order to like properly clean? This is a little invasive, kind of none of my business, but
No,
from a medical standpoint,
no.
that's concerning because you can get yeast infections, you can get staph
Yeah.
infections.
Not
She's
only
had
how
that
big she
fupa
is, but
abscess before. I say this
You
out of
can have
concern.
yeast infections. You can have thrush. You can have
Strep.
yeah, if it gets that far, and then you can have staph, and then you can have MRSA. I
Yeah.
Oh
mean,
yeah,
let's
MRSA's
just
really
keep
bad.
going. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? I mean, you can
Yeah.
go all the way to MRSA, and
Yeah.
that crap can kill you.
Yes, and that's what I'm saying. That see, these are things that need attention, and it would really help. Oh, Symmetry says you can use a shower brush if you can't reach. Absolutely. And
Yeah.
what one thing that I know for a fact is oh yes. Thank you, Amy Judy. That's what I'm saying. Yes, the FUPA abscess. It took a long time for that to heal, if it ever really did. She's had things leak and bleed and stuff
And if she's
before.
not monitoring her blood sugars, that's not going to
Exactly.
heal appropriately. That's
No,
like
no,
another
no,
thing
no.
that's none of my business is like, what's her A1C right now? Because I'm, like I said, concerned. Genuinely, I see someone that is a ticking time bomb.
It's
But
really
the other thing is the other day she said something about I just can't handle brushing my teeth. I need to put that on. I need to write that down and put it in the schedule. And I'm like, if you ain't freaking brushing your teeth because you got to put it in a schedule, how are you washing your body?
it's really amazing. Because
that really bothered me.
it bothers you, right? I don't know why
That
it bothers us. That's not our but it's just but here's the thing. Here's what makes it disgusting in a way. Not not it's just we don't have to kiss her, but you have the a wonderful situation when you go to the bathroom, you could turn a lever and hot water comes out, you know?
Oh, yes.
That's an amazing thing. If you've ever lived in another country or you've traveled to a country that wasn't as developed, having indoor plumbing is such a luxury. You know, we live in a world where if we don't have it, like that's a minimum. Like, you mean there's no indoor plumbing? What do you mean? I'm not paying rent here. There's no indoor plumbing, you know?
Yeah,
And
it's
so
definitely.
she's in a privileged place, and I'm not saying she's privileged. I'm saying we're privileged. Most of us live in a place where we can go to a room and
Mhm.
turn a lever and water comes out. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
Um, she is literally killing herself. If you don't take care of your teeth, your heart is out of here.
exactly. I was gonna go
So
there.
so I'm just saying, you are literally, you're about to die like the folks in the Middle Ages because you won't brush your teeth.
That's literally what I see as a ticking health time bomb. There's
It
only so
is.
much your liver can take. There's only so
Yeah.
much your kidneys can take. Infection after infection is gonna mess with your kidneys long term.
It's
Or
it yeah.
strokes even. She had COVID. That's a vascular disease. Long COVID is a thing. She doesn't move around much is what I'm guessing. Screaming for a DVT.
And it's just
Or
like, who cares about what Dee Dee did? Who cares about what these people said? It's like, and the other thing is, I know personally that if when I'm not cleaning like I can tell, I can look around my house and tell I am depressed. I
yes.
can tell, like, I have not brushed my teeth yet. I'm depressed. I'm feeling depressed. So it's like, I got a treadmill for under my desk, because first thing that you can do to help yourself is, get some
Be more
exercise.
activity
Be
is
more
key,
active.
honestly.
Yeah, and so it's just like she can help herself in so many ways, just
Exactly. And
just by doing like normal hygiene things. But all of this stuff comes out when you go and you talk to somebody. You learn that stuff.
yeah. And I'm a firm believer at fitness at any size. And she is just one 5-minute walk down the street and back every day will eventually turn into a 10-minute walk, and then so on and so
Absolutely.
forth. And
Yeah.
even just
Oh, so on and
practice
so
getting
forth.
up and down the steps every day.
Mhm.
Like, it doesn't have to be all or nothing. And I feel like that's how her brain works, is that all or nothing black and white thinking.
Hi, crab apples. Like, what one thing that I
But
wish you could see is, like, there are women on Instagram and women on TikTok, like they're big women,
Mm-hmm.
but they do samba dancing, they do ballet, like
Or
they're
like
dancing,
oh yeah.
they're moving their
yoga.
bodies, they're doing yoga, like
Yoga.
and like those ladies are, they big girls, but they are moving their bodies, they're doing what they do. And no, they're not skinny by any means. They're not. But they are taking control of their lives. They're doing what they want to do, and they're enjoying their passions. And it's just like, I wish Chantal could get over, everybody hates me because I'm fat and I shouldn't have to change. It's like, girl, you dying.
Yeah,
You
I'm
you
a
are
bigger
dying.
girl myself. I've had health issues in my past. I'm a cancer survivor. So seeing someone take their health for granted also just really strikes me
Really
the wrong
pisses
way.
you off. Uh-huh.
It's
And if y'all have never watched Eden Loves Life, she is a very plus sized girl. She's very beautiful. And she is a yoga instructor.
Okay, I'll have to check her out. Yeah,
yeah,
some
that's
Susan B
Eden,
awesome.
said she's 71 and she works out
Loves
every day. Yeah,
Life.
nice.
Hmm.
You
And
know
also,
what the problem is when she's 38. She's going to be 40 soon. So that's like my age. You hit 40 and life, it gets hard. Like, things come fast. So what's going to happen with her is it's going to be downhill, and it's going to be fast. She's going to have a plethora of problems. She already
Mm-hmm.
does, but it's going to get, and like, I'm like, in my 40s, I'm just now, like, I got to take care of myself. I'm not as bad as she is. And that's when you look back and you're like, why was I abusive to my body? Why did I do this?
Mm-hmm.
And she's really going to be like, what did I do? Because she's got a huge mess to clean up. And I hope she does for her sake, but it's only going to get worse. And even like with her teeth, my mom lost her teeth. It goes quick, right?
Yeah.
So she might be now like, oh, I'm okay. I think she said, like, I don't have any cavities. Well, she doesn't know that. And
Mm-mm.
once she gets one cavity, then she'll get two, then three. And again, you hit 40, things go really quick, doesn't it?
she doesn't have a clue, and she doesn't want to have a clue. That's the thing that's wrong with her, is she does not want to have a clue. She
Mm-hmm.
wants to
Avoidant.
stick her head in the
You said
sand.
it. You both said it at the same time. She wants to stick her head in the sand. And I'm like, she wants to talk to her panel about Dee Dee and Natter and all this other stuff. And I'm like, girl, no, that's not what we're talking about. Like, they were trying to tell her to go brush her teeth. They asked her, did you brush your teeth today? And we
I don't have any
laughed.
cavities. I haven't brushed my teeth in a week, but I don't have any
Girl.
cavities.
But do you have gingivitis? Do you have gum diseases?
God
And,
forbid one of her knees goes out. She's not going anywhere. I
and
feel
like
like
Susan B said something. She said she works out every day. And, that's how I'm trying to be. I'm trying to get up. I'm trying to move every day. I'm trying to walk every day. I'm trying to take care of my body. Like, I think that's really,
stays in motion.
Yeah, I think it's really remarkable.
Hey, guys, I got to hop off, but I really appreciate the time that I got to spend. Monty, thank you so much. And take care of yourself, please, Monty.
There's so many other people up here. I'm just talking.
Your health is the priority. Learn from this conversation, Monty.
Hi, guys.
Clean your butt.
Goodbye.
Bye,
Who else is up here?
Hi, Passion Tim. Did you have something to say?
Yeah, I wanted to talk about, Chantel's excuses for not cleaning her home, but yet she can continue to order out take out food, and just the fruit flies. It's just all disturbing to me. I'm regularly in Chantel's chat. I'm like, I call myself a troll, but it's just, I just can't believe looking at a 37-year-old woman, how far she's 38 now, how far she's regressed. It's just a shame.
Yep, I can tell you that we've had, since the COVID, we've had my family, my husband and I have had some financial setbacks. And if the one thing that I could do, because I can cook anything you want me to cook. Trust me, y'all would be dying.
All right, Natter got some competition.
No. But if I can cook enough and get enough money together, I would love to have somebody come help me clean my house and organize. And we're talking, we make $4,000 a month, maybe. And she has made $20,000 a month. Well, go freaking get yourself somebody that can come and clean and coordinate all this stuff for you. Organize.
Absolutely. I agree with that 100%. It would be so much better for her mental health if she would just do that. And she has pets, and there's no excuse for those pets to be living in squalor and filth and getting parasites on their bodies because she refuses to get somebody to clean her house. I mean, I don't think she can physically clean her house. That's the other thing I wanted to
She
mention.
can't, because it takes a lot of bending over and crouching and all that to get her to reach places.
The thing is, there's also another person that lives in the home, Pete's. I mean, he has to take some sort of accountability. He isn't working. He doesn't have a job. All he does is go live from time to time on his channel and tell people to F off and scream. He can clean up. He's able-bodied. He doesn't have a hanging fucking fupa. Excuse my language. So why doesn't he help clean? And then she wants to blame her mental I have mental issues and depression and all this stuff. Well, that's just a deflection, okay? She's not on medication for it. She's never been on medication. She's never tried to seek help. That's just all a deflection because we don't know what she's doing behind the scenes, but she's probably going to see Natter, and then she blames her mental illnesses for her abusive tendencies.
I think she's just an abuser. I mean, that's just me.
Okay, so everyone's on Natter's case, and I get that. Natter is a piece of work in itself. I see the guy and I feel extreme disgust. But Chantel has one of those personalities that she's an aggravator. I mean, she does stuff just to get a reaction, and I'm pretty sure she the allegations that she has against the guy, probably they're substantial, they're probably true, but I think she provoked them. I don't think she's the victim. I mean, because if a true victim doesn't keep going back and driving to the guy, so she should be arrested for false police reports, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah, I could go on and on about her and that if she even went to the police, but
Wasting police resources. I mean, there's people every day struggling to get out of situations, and she's over here wasting police time and energy that could be directed into some other avenue. I mean, her behavior is completely disgusting.
facts. Facts. There's nothing else to be said. I mean, because it's 100% right. And Andrea in the chat, she just made a very good point. She said that it takes weeks for those kinds of meds to take effect. And I mean, that's true. It takes and I know that from personal experience. You just don't feel, you know, you just don't, it's not automatic. And it doesn't
Yeah.
happen within a day.
And shouldn't you be going to the doctor to be, because I know when I was on
Is that Grivo?
antidepressants, I had to go
Oh,
back to the doctor and get checked just to make sure, because they can be dangerous to be on. I know some people can get even more depressed,
Mm-hmm.
So why is, I mean, maybe she is and she's not sharing it, but she shares everything.
Right.
I haven't
Right.
heard about her even going to the doctor to get on meds, about getting checked up, and it's just weird. The whole thing is, the whole situation's weird.
And with her substance abuse issue, there is a risk for contraindication.
Yeah.
So if she's taking anything that's impacting her mood, I will be honest with my doctor, because the doctor can't share your medical information. So just be honest with your doctor, folks. If you're abusing
She could
drugs,
have an actual serotonin storm or something like that, and you've got about an hour before you're dead if that
oh
happens.
dear,
It's very
that's
dangerous.
oh
Yeah,
my
so if
god.
you're on an SSRI, selective serotonin reuptake inhibitor, or even an SNRI, which is, you can have what they call serotonin storms, where you get too much serotonin in your brain, and it can be fatal. So I'm not familiar with THC, how it works, but I just know when you're using drugs on top of the drugs you've been prescribed and using them incorrectly, there could be problems.
Yeah, which is why most people would get a med check, especially when you start a medication. Usually it's after a week or two, just to make sure your vitals are good, you're feeling good, right?
I suspect that we already know. That's why she didn't stay on the Ozempic. I have to say, even she says she's on those blood thinners, but you really need to be up on your blood work and stuff, and doctors don't continue to, and maybe she's got a doctor that just signs off, but there are certain medications that unless you're going in and getting checked up, the doctor's not going to take the risk of. So, I you can only believe Chantal just lies like some people breathe. So, what medication is she on? God only knows. Is does she have problems? Well, like I keep saying, my opinion, she's in the end stages of addiction. She's to the point. We were talking about this earlier, where she was driving around today high, like high, but compared to how she usually screws herself up, to her she probably felt normal. So she was driving around impaired. So her baseline is completely different, to everybody else's. And then is she going and getting antidepressants? Who knows? And they can't do any good anyway, because she doesn't have a true baseline, because she's always on mood altering, mind changing chemicals. And so it's just a mess,
Well,
and
And
go ahead.
I have to admit that I'm the one that got her to get the INR meter to her house, because my mother has one.
What's that?
That where if you're on warfarin, you have an INR. You can do an INR meter instead of going to the like Quest, or having your blood drawn or whatever. You can do it at home like you do your diabetes. it's almost the same as doing a diabetes test every morning or every three, ever so often.
Okay. And another thing, her depression, I don't,
But
it
but
could be,
she doesn't do it. If she doesn't do her INR and she doesn't call her a person, they don't know how to adjust the warfarin to make it okay for her body. Is what I'm saying. That's you know. But
Shan,
I tell her that, and she did get one of the things, and she could do that for herself. But I don't think she's doing it.
Chantel's depression is food induced. I mean, look at the amount of garbage she puts into her body on a day-to-day basis. If you do that to your body, slowly killing your body every day with the amount of junk food and processed food, of course you're going to feel crappy. Your mood is going to feel like crap. The only way she feels better is when she's stuffing her face. So her moods are related to is food related. There's no mental, I don't feel like she has depression.
Just untreated eating disorder.
It,
Is that
self
what?
I feel like it's a self-induced eating disorder. She chooses to put that amount of food into her body. She chooses to, and she wants to. Okay, I have very little sympathy for her. She chooses to destroy herself. So should anyone feel sympathy for her moods, her apparent dysfunctions? I mean, there's apps. If she's too has too much anxiety to go to therapy or leave her house, she says, "Oh, I have anxiety when I'm around people." There's apps, betterhelp.com. There's apps where she can talk to online therapists. Okay, she
Mm-hmm.
can literally fix her own issues, but she chooses not to. The reason why is because she gets paid to be a hot mess, and she knows, well, if I continue being a hot mess, I'm going to have an audience. Well, she's adding on to that, questioning behaviors and anecdotes. She's talking the racism stuff, she's adding on to it. It's just all this questionable stuff. She's never going to be together, because if she is, no one's going to want to watch her anymore. She won't be interesting.
No, I mean that it's unfortunately it's the easy way to do it. I mean, it's effortless to be messy, right? It's effortless, and she's gonna take the path of least resistance. So I agree with that. I agree with, you know, just the lack of utter responsibility. That she takes no responsibility for anything that's going on.
I
You
mean,
know,
the Natter situation, she's made the most money in her
mm-hmm.
YouTube career just with the Natter drama alone. Do you really think she's going to change or switch up anything? Because people are actually rewarding her for her bad behavior by sending in super chats. She's getting pretty much applause for her behavior. Once she brings up Natter and she talks about this quote unquote nonsense that's going on behind the scenes, her views go up.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and let's not forget she hasn't donated 1 cent to any DV, or you know what I mean? Like not
Exactly.
1 cent. Like at least could you be and say, look, I'm gonna this stream, I'm gonna donate. No, nothing. Hasn't even crossed your
Chantal
mind.
Natter's got to get his
lies.
cut. That's
That's what
that's the
Chantal
first rule of
does.
the Chantal verse,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Chantal lies.
Yep,
Yes.
And
Chantal lives. And she, even when it's even highly sus when Annie P had that first, it was like, hey Annie P, we're gonna stream on your birthday. By the way, you're no longer a member and you can't chat in here because I've set up memberships. And then she got that money and she said, oh, I'm gonna donate. And I'll tell you this, it was really highly sus, the receipt she showed for where she supposedly donated. First
Oh,
of
that
all, the
wasn't a
money,
receipt. That was the
yeah, the
screen before you click
yeah.
send.
And the other thing is like the donations were made in mostly United States money, and so $500 US, let's say, calculates out to a bit more. But either way, I personally don't think she actually, Chantal's all talk, and she's extremely manipulative, and like, so she's the queen. It's like when she weighs herself. Yeah, we hear the scale talking and stuff, but those scales, some of them have memories, and that scale is notorious for you can kind of tear it by tipping it. And yet we never see Chantal walk out, put a battery in it, sit it down in front of us and just, do a God honest weigh in. And so everything she does is manipulative and calculated because at this point, it's all about attention for her, my opinion, negative or positive. She just, attention is attention. There's no such thing as bad attention. And she used to kind of have a filter. If you watch her, videos from 5 years ago, she had a filter. And a lot of the stuff we're seeing now is I think we're seeing who Chantal actually is, minus the filters. She had social appropriateness filters, whatever the term for that is. My brain isn't working. So, she knew how to behave in public. She knew you watch her old videos, she would cover her mouth. She'd say, excuse me when she belched. You know what I mean? But as she got more comfortable online and started getting that attention, because on the front end, she got the good kind of attention. Yeah, she's an overweight chick that farts and burps on, and says her piece and eats a big mukbang. But that since then has devolved into what we see now, where, believe it or not, having a filter in public, using, being able to read social cues and act appropriately, it's a skill. It's a learned skill. And if you don't practice the skill, it gets rusty. And at this point, Chantal, like that, I feel that's why she's getting more and more awkward in public, because she's not using those skills, and so they don't come natural, and they're getting harder and harder. And on some level, she's aware that she's the mess. I don't know where I was going with this rant. I'll shut up now. Sorry.
Hey, Greg Gribo, I think you might have a little bit of static, so I'm not sure if you want to maybe exit then come back in. It's
I
a
mean,
bit grainy when
Yeah.
you talk. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, let me do that. I'm gonna switch headphones. How's that sound?
Sure.
And
Go ahead, Packington.
throw a link in, and
I
I'll
will.
come back with it.
I mean, she did get her channel back. I mean, that canceled all accountability on her end. It was deflection. Oh, it was this person's fault why I got my channel taken away. Now she has her channel back, so she doesn't have to take ownership for any accountability. And that's what's going to continue to happen, even with her Cuba rage that she deleted. She's never going to apologize. And if she does apologize for that, it's only going to be a fake apology, because she now knows that, her channel's doing a little badly.
Pretty much. And, she was going to apologize. And then I don't know who got next to her and told her not to. But it was just the right thing to do. All of the things that she said was gross. What she did, looking into that camera and basically inciting people to harass an elderly lady that has nothing to do with this. I don't care who she gave birth to. She doesn't deserve, the consequences of your tantrum with your stupid
Amen.
internet
Amen
audience.
and amen.
I was just like, that's really disgusting. That is really disgusting. And I think that's a crime. I was looking it up. I'm like, what is she doing? I'm like, that lady is in the last years of her life. Let her lay up and be happy. And it was just really gross. Like, I have so many thoughts about Dee Dee, but that lady doesn't deserve any of that. And she should apologize for that. Because if someone, makes a phone call, or if someone goes there, she doesn't know what people are going to do. The kind of people that orbit around her, we've seen the kind of people that orbit around her.
They call the police.
They called, yeah. Like they, DLF is, she mods for him occasionally.
Mhm.
That guy, or is in her orbit. These other folks, Karate Joe, in her orbit, long time. She talked to him a long time offline. She knows the kinds of people that are watching her, and
Yep.
to say that was really disgusting. It was really irresponsible, and she should apologize for that. She's not going to.
Nope.
Someone told her, "Don't you apologize for that," or whatever. I don't know. It's gross. It's gross. It's disgusting. The stuff that she said in her Cuba rant. Like, real talk, if I was a white person and somebody looked in their camera and said, "I don't like white people," I don't care if they're white. I'm a black person. When people tell me how if they don't like black people, I'm out. Like, I'm not supporting you. If you're gonna be a hateful cow, I don't purposely tune into some black YouTubers because of their views. I don't tune in for hatred. Not real. I'm not talking about internet hatred. I'm talking about real hatred. And Chantal had some real hatred. All that stuff that she was saying was her. It wasn't whatever she was drinking on. Because it was her. It was her. And I don't see how she can still have a channel even after all of that. It was
And
gross.
and then of course she came home and she said, "Oh, I'm so glad I'm back home with my white people." And you're just like, "What the hell?"
Yeah, who says stuff like that?
Here's the thing.
I mean, I would never. People are people. Come on, people. People are people. We could be purple for all we care. I don't want to be purple. I want to be green. But anyway, we could be, whatever.
But Chantal was just saying that she was just using that as a way to she was just using it
Yeah, I know.
as a means, to an end. She doesn't really care about anybody. She doesn't care
No,
about anybody but herself. And
absolutely.
what is so disgusting about her is, she won't experience any consequences about this. She's going to plow right through whatever disgusting stuff she wants to say next, because that's really what's in her. That's what's in her heart. Like, the next time she wants to say something disgusting and vile about Dee Dee or her mom or about Natter or about any of the people that support her channel, she's just going to say it, because there's nothing stopping her. Why? If you're getting away with it, why stop? She's going to keep going.
Well,
Foodie,
it's not why stop. I would never even think of saying those things. Where is she coming from that she even thinks that this is okay to utter?
Well, DLF. I mean, look at him. That's who's in her orbit. That's who she's talking to. She's got these, like, the people that she considers her friends are people like DLF and Karate Joe. And who else? We don't know. We don't even know the cast of characters lurking.
Okay, I agree. We don't know.
I think Pastor
But
Tim
oh
was
my
gonna
God,
say something.
never would I think of saying any of that stuff to anybody, much less to the world, which is what she's doing.
here's the thing here, and I agree with everything you guys are saying. Chantel only brings up, and it's funny, when she was in QN, she decided to tell the tell-all story. She went and had herself a little throuple with the Nads and Dee Dee. And I think in the back of her sad little mind, she thought that if she did this deed with Dee Dee, that somehow she would appear far more attractive, and that Natter would value her over everything else, money, what he can gain and benefit from this entire show. And she thought that she would win him back. See, Chantel, when she doesn't get her way, she acts like a toddler. She throws her little tantrums. So she goes on live and then she decides, well, since I didn't get my way in this situation, I'm going to go ahead and air the dirty laundry. If Natter went back with her and played house with her and fulfilled all her little heart's desire, she wouldn't say not one single bad word about the guy. But since he doesn't, he has his own agenda. He's getting money from her. He got an iPad. He gets, 2 women at the same time, fulfilling his little sick fantasies.
2 women, 1 mattress.
One mattress. I don't know how they did it with, Chantel's body size, and she starfishes, so she's just laying there. And Dee Dee,
Please, I'm trying to erase that from my mind.
Dee Dee's not a small woman either. So I'll imagine 2 large women with a toothpick of a man. And somehow Chantel thought she would find favor in his eyes by eating the snatch. Kills me.
Facts.
No, that I think was the. I'm sorry, but we're all Monty. Love you. Just go somewhere else. The rest of us are all women here. There's no way I'd ever do anything like that. What the heck?
She
Why did she do that?
she's
And
desperate.
I would never be that desperate. How can you
Desperation.
be that self?
Desperation.
I don't know. How can you not care enough about yourself to not do something like that? I guess that's what
Especially
I'm
for
saying.
Natter.
I mean, I understand why he would have her do the work. I mean, look at his teeth. He'll be getting everything, all the lips snatched up in there, getting.
Oh, good God. I'm just.
I'm sorry, I had to
I'm
say
just
that.
like. I'm sorry, but some of us have been working on this feminism thing for our whole lives, and she has set us back 100 years.
She just fixed the guy's teeth already. If you're gonna simp that hard and do that act with Dee Dee, just pay for the man's teeth so he can do it properly.
True.
Okay, I'm sorry, but can you imagine with those no, not going there. Bye.
I'm sorry, I had to. I'm sorry.
I said I was just like, all I could think about was him doing something with those down there with teeth and his teeth. Yeah, not. I am just gonna try to wipe that away from my brain.
And I
And
mean, Chantel, you know, she's not too good on the hygiene. So I mean, he has plenty of dental floss, if you know what I mean.
No, I don't know what you mean. Passion Tim?
Oh yeah, you didn't catch that, did you?
No, I did not.
I mean, the dental floss down there. Anyway,
I'm just saying, if his teeth are, oh God, what we see, I don't
Oh,
want
I get it.
any part of that. That's all I'm saying. There you go.
Well,
that's
how
what
do
I
you guys know it's hairy down there?
that's what I meant. I mean, come on, she can't see down there. How's she shaving? Come on, really? She even admitted today that she stank. I asked one question: did you shower? She said yes, but I probably still smell. Come on. She,
Okay. I've seen her OnlyFans.
oh my gosh. Oh my goodness.
Am I giving myself away here?
Oh my goodness. Yes, you have.
OMG. Okay. Well, I mean, somebody shaving could be Pete's. Didn't Pete take care of the fupa wound the last time?
Oh my goodness. Didn't she have like a hole down there?
Yes, and it was
Oh,
Pete's that was dressing that,
that's disgusting. No wonder why he doesn't have to pay rent. He has to do all that.
right? Could you imagine if he like shaves the cooch and the foop?
Oh my goodness.
I
It's so
mean,
so discolored down there too.
No,
I'm sorry.
I don't want to imagine it. I don't want to.
I'm an old lady, and y'all are creeping me out. I'm gonna have to start crocheting here in a minute.
can
So
I
love
also
y'all.
right? Can I also say that I have a Stephen Harper wig? I don't know why. Don't ask me any questions, but I have the wig and the mustache, and it's like that silvery gray color.
That hair Chantal's obsessed with.
Yeah, the Stephen Harper.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
This
Okay.
took a turn. This took a
it
whole
did.
turn.
It did. Everyone erase the last 3 minutes from your mind, please.
Yes.
Thank
And I
you.
am now bringing us back
Yes, please do,
because
hippie.
some of the things that she looked at today at Sephora, she shouldn't go to Sephora. Do y'all have Ulta? Do y'all have Ulta?
No, they
No.
don't have that in Canada.
Okay, so she has to go to Sephora. So sorry, but some of the palettes she looked at were beautiful. There were some gray palettes, there were some brown palettes, there were some, but no, she goes for this crappy. Let me see how blue we can get, and sparkly, and what. I mean, I just don't get it because she showed us some palettes today that were just gorgeous, and I would have gotten every one of them.
That's because she's mentally 13. That's like, I mean, she wears gems on her face. My little girl did that when she was like 9.
Oh, how she's
But
putting on makeup.
they're just so, and she could do so much with her skin. I really do think her skin is good if she would take care of it. But okay, here I am. She's not going to. But I'm just saying her skin could be pretty, and she could get somebody to tell her what her colors are for her obviously white, very pale skin. But she ain't doing that. She didn't even look. I don't even think she looks at YouTube for makeup stuff. I think she just goes in there and just does whatever. And that's just horrible.
Pretty much, you called it. She doesn't know how to match her outfits, what to wear, what not to wear, what colors complement her best based on her skin tone and whatnot. It's like she just does whatever and hopes for the best. And she swears that the ham like colors, the earth tone, like the pinks, are her go to, but they're not. It doesn't match her skin tone, and she keeps not
Well,
understanding that.
yeah, and then there's also the fact that we were talking about Chantal's extremely cheap. You know what I mean? We were talking about this earlier, where she likes to spend money, but she's cheap, so she's not going to spring unless it's going to be a huge flex. And then number 3, she needs to get help getting her colors matched. Well, that needs to most of the women that work at those kind of places, they're women. They have they're XX, so Chantal doesn't. She sees all them as she sees them all as competition. Those bitches, this and that. They all jealous of me, they're. So she's not ever going to take, or literally, I'm sure she's been offered advice like, wow, those colors really don't complement your skin tone. And so Chantal's going to do, a 180 and do the exact opposite of what they've told her because of her misogyny. So yeah, she's literally doing this to herself.
And
Chantel
I
is
agree with
is
that. Go ahead.
Chantel is extremely delusional, just like she was saying today. I think I'm getting skinnier. Where? Um,
What?
uh, th- uh, she's apparently losing weight, but she's continuing to eat at a rapid succession. Such
Oh
I can't even
God,
say the
she
word.
ate so much.
I can't even say the word. Anyway, uh, she needs to do her home first, because the home is a reflection of yourself
Never.
before trying to fix the outside of her body.
She
I
won't.
think her priorities are in the wrong place. I don't really care about her makeup or what she looks like, because she's bringing home new makeup to a dirty home that's going to get infected with cat hair and dandruff. So who
Oh
gives
good God,
a dog
yes.
about that? Who gives a dog? And I'm pretty sure the little cats got little mites and little fleas in their fur. She
Oh
hasn't given the cats
please,
a bath
no.
and forever. Those cats need a grooming. And every time you ask her about the cats and BBJ, deflection 101, well, shut up, okay? Just shut up. I don't have time for your crap, okay? She needs her whole house clean before she tries to fix the outside. And then first and foremost, she needs to work on the inside of herself, getting that soul cleaned up, and then cleaning her house. She's never gonna, who cares about her makeup? Do not care. She could wear ham colored clothes to hell for all I care.
Ah!
She needs to fix herself, fix her home. Buying new clothes and new makeup, taking it to a dirty, disgusting house. Nobody got time for that. And her skin is horrible. Have you seen her without the Samsung filter? It's absolutely disgusting. She got enlarged pores, got red crap all over her face, patches. She got terrible skin. She don't take care of herself. But she think putting makeup on top of horrible skin is going to fix her problems, and somehow a man's going to magically fall in love with her. Have you seen her home? The state of her home with all those flies
No.
floating. It's
Yes.
absolutely not. No man wants a nasty woman. She is nasty in all four corners of the earth. She's disgusting. No man want that crap. She can't even take care of her own pets.
You go, girl, because
Pisses me
I
off.
don't think you could even clean that carpet. If you went in there with, I don't know, the most industrial cleaning carpet thing that there is, there ain't no way. That
Chantel needs a
mess.
Chantel needs a goddamn cement floor in that house. She don't deserve hardwood floors. She don't deserve carpet, just a cement hard brick floor, sidewalk pavement. That's what she deserves. Okay? I'm sorry to say
Yeah.
this.
No, I agree. I agree, Passion Tim. I agree.
No, I'm like,
Absolutely.
oh, her makeup. I understand you guys are trying to be nice, but makeup ain't gonna fix ugly.
Yep, you can put lipstick on a pig. God, I can't believe I just said that. You can put lipstick on a pig, but there you go.
She needs to be put in a cell. This is what I would love to do if I got my hands on Chantel. Kidnap her. Just this is all like hypothetical, guys, so don't take this personally. Take her to a remote island, put her in a cell, and just have her eat nothing but fruits and vegetables and water. That's it. For 2 years. I guarantee she'll lose all the weight. For 2 years.
But she would be hell on wheels to deal with.
She'll be stuck in that room, and then she'll be on a lead. You know how you take a dog on a walk? She'll be on a lead, and I'll walk her around the island.
Yeah, no, not you. Find somebody else. Because
Oh,
she's
no.
going to be hell on wheels.
No. I'll drag her around the island.
We're bad. We're bad. God is going to get all of us. But yes.
I'm enjoying myself.
But I just don't get it because from the time I was even in high school, I would go to the mall and ask the ladies at the Lancome. I used Lancome at that point. What do I need for my skin? And they would show me, and that's what I did. I did all of that, and the beauty, and the makeup, and the whatever. And even when I traveled to Los Angeles, if there was a Lancome person there doing makeup at some like May company, I know that's they're no longer around. I would go do it because it was so much fun. But that's not what she does. She thinks she knows what she needs. I wanted to learn what I needed. Does that make sense?
Like I said, she's not going to learn nothing. Back in the day when she was just going to all these quote unquote therapists, and she's like, oh, well, the therapist said, just like Amberlynn says, you don't need to watch what you eat or calorie restrict. You just eat whatever you want and the problem will go away. Okay. The problem's still going to be there. Okay. It's a bunch of lies.
Yep, problem doesn't go away. I've had gastric bypass. So there you go. That's what makes it go away. And she's not mentally capable of doing that.
I'll say that a lot of people are speculating a lot of things that Chantel has a lot of mental health issues and whatnot. For the most part, I typically stay away from that stuff because I don't wanna diagnose her or say that she has this or that because I have no idea until she really says it. I really don't know. So typically, I try and tell people on the panel, let's refrain from saying certain types of things or trying to diagnose her. We can say that her behavior is this way and it's bad or it's good, but not exactly say that she has this or she has that.
All right, sorry, my bad.
Yeah, no problem. It's all good. But I did hear about certain things said on the farms. Like there's a lot of theories that I've heard and seen on the farms. I don't have anything to substantiate that type of diagnosis or theory, so try and keep away from that sort of stuff. But what is everybody's thoughts on the panel to this?
Yeah, I think it's like you said, it's hard to know without any diagnosis because there's so many things that it could be. It could just be, what's that called? A personality? Who knows? Who knows?
Yeah, no idea.
Yeah, and with her, there's just a lot. There's a lot going on. Even you look growing up, not having her father, um, just seeming to be mentally stuck at like 15, 16, and knowing, wasn't that when she was sent away? So there's a lot. There's just a lot there.
Yeah, exactly. What I can say is if we're gonna say something like, let's say this is a specific situation. Pete said that she had BPD and bipolar. If Pete says that, I can then say that Pete said that. I'm not saying she said that. I'm saying that Pete said that about her, if you know what I mean. So certain things like that, I will say it in that way, but I won't directly say that I know she has something or I know she doesn't because I have no idea until she comes clean, until she's straight up with us, which I think that is never gonna happen.
Gonna happen.
Well,
Yeah, then we can
uh,
only speculate.
I mean,
But
I
I'm so glad that she has told us that she started taking her uh, psychiatric meds again. And the fact that she just stopped them, you can't stop that stuff. I'm sorry. I'm on a couple of things. Uh,
Dangerous to stop cold turkey like that.
you, you you could like have seizures. Uh, you can have electrical brain things happen in your head. I mean, you don't do that. And that's the first thing they tell you when you start taking them.
right, and
And
so I was just thinking, to that point. I mean, I think she's got like a lot of things going on. Um, I think the food, I definitely understand how the food is a soothing thing. I mean, I understand like wanting to eat a particular food to help you change your mood. Like pizza does that for me. Like if I'm having a bad day, I can get a pizza. That pizza's gonna make me feel better, right? That's just me.
yep,
And
yeah.
I remember the videos where she used to talk about, dealing when she was actually getting help um for her. I don't know what kind of eating disorder she had, which one she was diagnosed with, but I remember when she would talk about it, how she would explain um just the feeling that food would give her, like eating candy or eating certain meals from certain restaurants, how that would make her feel, and basically, how how that was for her when she was growing up in her formative years. So I remember her saying that her grandma had a big hand in helping her her grandmother would tell her, okay, you've eaten your meal. That's all you need to do. You're not hungry right now. Like her grandma, she said that her grandma was there for her, and her grandma was there to help her. And she talked about it. But it just became very obvious that when people started saying like, hey, you're eating all your mukbang and you're eating all this horrible food, maybe you should not do that. She would get so belligerent and angry and furious, just because I'm fat, people say I can't. So, I mean, she's got a lot going. To me, it's pretty clear. Like she admitted, she said she had an eating disorder. That's what she said. I'm not saying that's what she's got. I'm saying that's what she said she's got. So I feel like she's got that going on top of, whatever kind of personality stuff she's got going on. And then you slide in an addiction with that, a drug addiction, a substance abuse addiction. I'm not going to say drug, I'll say substance abuse addiction. You slide that in on top of all of that's going on. I mean, all of those things could be going on and just exacerbating the other. So, I mean, do I think she has like some kind of personality disorder? Sounds like it from when she was a teenager. I'm like, man, that's just an evil ass kid. She does not sound like a child that I would ever want to watch or keep, because I would be afraid they're gonna put me in a bathtub or something, do something to me. I would not like want to be a guardian over a kid like Chantal was. But like, I feel like she's got a lot going on, and she will not deal with not one thing. She won't deal with not one issue. I mean, at the height of her success, like if the money was, that good that she could deal with, Natter and his crap or whatever, then that's her business. But she's the one that, deputized her audience to call the police. She's the one that, said she was a victim and said she was being abused and had all these people worrying about her. She did all of that stuff. And to me, that screams like, man, that's a personality disorder, because she's doing it for content. She's not doing it because she's in any kind of a danger. She's doing it because this will bring me views, and views means money. So I think she has a lot going on.
Me personally, okay, people have hard lives. I feel like Chantel's life wasn't harder than most of the average people living in this world. People have it hard. That's just an excuse to be a bad person. Okay. I feel like Chantel's problem is when she doesn't get her way, she throws a tantrum. Her tantrums are her outburst on the internet. We can blame it on mental health or whatever you want to call it. She's a spoiled child when she doesn't get her way, or when things don't go the way that she wants it to go, or when she cannot manipulate the minds of her audience to see her way or the highway. Well, she throws a fit, and she does that with everyone in their around her. And the thing is, she's being financially, like this comment says, rewarded, and she's never going to improve herself. I mean, we can take out the sympathy ploy. Like, she probably does have some issues regarding childhood and all that stuff, but I mean, come on now. Me speaking personally, I've had much of a harder upbringing than Chantel, and I'm a functioning, healthy human being. So I call BS on that. She's a spoiled brat.
Well, thank you for that passion, Tim.
Absolutely, and amen and amen. That is exactly right. You just gotta live life.
You
And she
can't.
ain't living life.
You cannot buy people with money. She thinks that she gives people money and she throws around this and gifts and this, that, and another. They'll keep people wanting to be around. It doesn't change the kind of person you are, though. Just because you can buy this person an iPad or fund a hotel bees or whatever you want to do, take them to a prison to view the inside of a prison that they've been in, it's not going to change the outcome. You can't buy people, okay? It's deeper than that. You have to have a soul. Okay, people don't care about what you can do for them. She always throws around, oh, I bought him this or I bought him that. Is he around though? He'll be out for his handout for the stuff that you can do for him. He doesn't care about you as a person because there's nothing there. She literally has no substance. That's why she can go on live, stuff her face, and talk about literally nothing. Her chat is her subject line. Her VIBers, they're her subject line because she has literally nothing to talk about. She doesn't have matter to talk about. She has nothing. So she stuffs her face on camera.
Very true. And what can I say about that? It's kind of not working anymore. So we'll see what happens. What I have said before in the past is that she can stop doing what she's doing and get better at life, clean her home, eat healthy, take better care for her health. But then a lot of people stop watching her because they're watching her for the lol cow aspect. A lot of people are. So if she wants to change her life around, and I've seen people do this where they take some time off, they come back to YouTube after a couple months, a year or two, and then they're just a completely different person. We see lots of big YouTubers kind of take a year or so off whenever there's a scandal, kind of just leave. But that's the problem. She doesn't have the funds to leave, but she would have the funds to leave if she saved her monies. So, so much to this is what
I
I can say.
I definitely agree. She can't take any time off because she's eating her money every 5 seconds and getting stupid piercings and funding people's lifestyles. It behooves me. It really does.
Very true. I don't know if Fun and Fab, if she'd get more, I think she would be able to get a decent income. I'm not sure if it would be more or less or the same. I can only speculate, but what I can say is that because she is what is considered a lol cow, is why she's getting money now. But who knows what will happen when she reinvents herself and she's not a lol cow? Will she still have an audience? I think there's gonna be people who will still be around. Like if I can draw towards one person that's trying to do well right now, and that's Sagittarius Shawty, she still has an audience of people that will watch her, even though she's not doing the grimy stuff. She's not, breaking doors. She's not doing hookups with guys on Tinder and Hinge and POF. Like people still watch her because they like the journey. They like the aspect of somebody maturing and changing their life around. I'm sure some people leave because she's boring now or she's no longer exciting, but you'll still maintain some people who want to still be part of your journey. Kim T says, Monty and beautiful chat, hashtag truth. Thank you. Yes, exactly. Kenny J not getting arrested, all types of stuff. But who knows what I can say? At least try before it's too late because there's so many things happening right now. I am surprised that she hasn't been seriously hospitalized with all the food, the alleged substance abuse, the health problems she's not looking after. There's so many things happening with her right now that she has been literally running in God mode for such a long time.
One question: do you think she talks about her diabetes and she was on Ozempic and then she stopped abruptly because she said she cured herself of diabetes, so she didn't have to take the Ozempic anymore. And then she had like liver cirrhosis, and I think she was supposed to be on medication for that. And then I don't know if she's still taking it, probably not. What are your thoughts on just abruptly stopping? I know no one's a doctor, but the damage, the long-term effects of not taking.
Well, you said it right. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a radiologist. So I can't really speak to that. All I can say is that um, she should take her health a lot more seriously and should be consulting the doctors that she's had over the years. Remember how the secretary for her diabetes doctor kept on calling her, literally begging her to come in because there is a problem and they wanted to sort things out, but she was in that car just driving as if nothing matters. But it does matter. And I think there is a probability she can literally be driving or on the couch or at her desk and she'll just fall over and she'll be gone. That is a high probability with what she's doing right now. And it's no joke.
No, that's sad that you say that, but it is true. Like we said earlier, she's definitely a ticking time bomb. And, when things start going, it's going to go fast for her, and she's going to regret what she's doing. Have you guys ever seen that movie Super Size Me?
I did, yes.
Yeah. So
Absolutely.
that's like her. I mean, think about it. She does takeout at least once a day, and you saw
Or
what
more.
happened to him in a month. It's whoa.
Yep. No, that's a good movie. Thank you. Perfectly Imperfect. That is perfectly imperfect. You're not imperfect. You're perfect. So, but thank you. That is absolutely right. That everybody should watch that documentary.
Exactly. It's eye opening, especially when it first came out. Then the part two of that. Kayla Marie says, did she ever see the doctor about her supposed hernia?
Nope.
Nope, she did not. She was supposed to even have that biopsy on her leg. That did not happen either. There's just so many things that did not happen. But she's taking up a spot for somebody who truly does care about their health and want to get better. So it's sad all around. Plus, she's not paying her taxes. What can I say?
I just think she's a cesspool. She's her own cesspool because she won't go in. God knows what all she has wrong. You know what I mean? I mean,
Indeed,
it's just,
hippie.
yeah.
What truly saddens me is she has an amazing platform. Like, a lot of people wish they had a YouTube channel where they could just stay at home and work and have YouTube be their main source of income. And she has this wonderful opportunity to actually think about putting time and energy and actually effort into her channel with creating content, and she does nothing. And
Mm-mm.
one day, things are going to catch up, and I do believe in karma, and she's going to catch up with her, and she is eventually permanently may lose her channel. Okay. And when it does, and reality hits her smack in the face, it's going to be too late. I mean, what platform, and you can stay at home, and all you have to do is just take some time and energy to make some fucking good content. Excuse my language. And she doesn't do that. How hard is that to put out a pre-recorded video of something cleaning your home? You could do a cleaning vlog, deep cleaning, something, just something with effort. And she chooses not to do that. Also, what do you think is what do you think will be the new season of this Matter and Dee Dee arc? I mean, what's coming soon to theaters? What do you think is going to be happening with that? Any thoughts on that?
Hey, Beasta, were you gonna say something? For me, I have no idea what's gonna happen. Too many unknown outliers. Whether or not Dee Dee has a job, whether or not she's suspended from the job, whether or not that townhouse condo is hers or her mom's, whether or not they're still together, whether or not the Nader lives still with Dee Dee in Lachine, even though he has a legal right to, whether or not he has been talking to Foodie Beauty, which we have proof that he has been. She's outed herself. Even with the Joy-Con controller, her comments made it seem as if she was buying the Joy-Con for him, and then she muted her chat when she was at the store. So there's so many things that so many uncertainties that I can't even speculate as to what's going to happen right now. I'll just say anything can happen, will happen.
And I just can't believe that he hasn't been on just just to save his channel, if nothing else. That he hasn't been on forever. Uh,
That's a bit suspicious.
God, we're talking forever is 2 days.
It has been a little suspicious. And then, she did her makeup earlier and then got off live. Who knows what she was doing within that time period? Who knows if he's in her area? I mean, it is very suspicious. And then the whole beezing while eating the fast food, quote unquote, funeral, and she was going to Arby's. Who knows where she's probably coming back from him?
I
And
think
she-
I think you oh sorry.
Go ahead, Andrea.
Okay. I think he's gonna come back with like some other thing on his face. Like he just showed up with a missing tooth once already, right? So he's gonna come back and something else is gonna be missing. Or something. I don't know. But the fact that he has been getting the heat, he cannot take the heat. He can't. He does not have his ego is so fragile.
Yes.
So if he's not suspended, that he's taking a break from the trolling, because he did it to himself, and maybe, well, Tweetykins just typed something that I was thinking, it is possible that he doesn't find it worth his time anymore. Maybe that he's got somebody on the side that is giving him enough money that he's like, oh, she's just gonna send me the money. I don't have to do this anymore, because that's his game. His whole game, his whole platform is just used to try to cultivate people that he can abuse. And if he has that on the side now, if he's got somebody else to send him money, he's got DD giving him a place to live. Because I don't think she's kicked him out. So he may not need to do YouTube anymore.
I don't think she kicked him out either. The way she, I watched that video where they exposed Dee Dee, the way she inserted herself into the whole situation, and then Chantel wants to act surprised. I mean, come on. How colored do the blinders have to be for you not to see that it was BS? I mean, I knew that. Come on. And another thing, man, I just lost my train of thought. That sucks. I'll be back.
Okay.
No,
But
I
I was just
understand
gonna.
where you were going,
Yeah.
because we're
I
all intelligent people here,
I
and
was just gonna say the same thing. Like we all see it. Like, there's no way she doesn't see it. She's pretending. That's kind of like the thing she does. Like, she's acting like, well, I didn't know that there was systemic racism, and I didn't know that,
oh God in
I didn't
heaven,
know. And I don't
please,
mean to bring up
yes.
racism again. It's just like she plays this like role of being so unaware. I'm like, girl, I mean, you did a threesome with them, so
Well,
you
the
can't
whole
just
thing,
talk.
the whole deal where she did the I don't understand what this means, or what does
Well,
this
that's her game.
mean.
That's what she does when it's for anything.
That
It's not just
whole,
for, yeah.
you
It's not just.
know, I know him well. Read between the lines.
What does that
Girl,
mean?
you don't
What does
need to
that
have this,
mean?
you don't have this text to tell you to read between the lines. Yeah.
We've all been seeing those lines, and we've all been like, people in her chat were telling her, like, legitimately explaining to her. People in her chat, I mean, she's got some trolls in there, but people were explaining to her, like, girl, she is sleeping with him. They are sleeping together. I can't believe. And so that's why people thought that it was all a scam, because there's no way she can't see it. She has to see it, you know?
Or she's stupid as hell. That's the other, either she sees it or she's stupid as hell, and we're not giving her credit for that.
Just like she had this whole delusion in her mind that her and that he was going to propose to her. She got the ring, and it was
Oh,
talked
good
about
God.
earlier. And in the videos, he would low-key be insulting her or laughing at her about people commenting about her in the comments, and people would be calling her out in her lives, talking about she was talking to some other man, and it'd be like, what other man? And she'd turn really red in the face. In what planet of the universe did she think that her and Nada were going to be together?
In sarcasm, the new word I learned. in her parents' house, they were boyfriend and girlfriend. They were in a relationship, but
That's why.
Natter,
That's why.
I can't. I remember him saying we were together for 1 week, but it was all based upon the fact that she was gonna leave and move out, and or like Pete could not be in the picture. He could not be living with her, and he was like, "Well, I'm not gonna have a girlfriend living with her. I'm not doing that." So that was his boundary, and he was like, "Okay, we're not together." And she kept on calling him her boyfriend, and she actually sat up and said, look, do you guys think if I wasn't actually there, like obviously behind the scenes, he wants me there. He tells me to be there. He wants me there, and I'm there all the time. All my stuff is there, and I'm like, none of that makes it. None of that means you're his girlfriend. Not like none of that. He does not say you are his girlfriend. Therefore, you are not his girlfriend. It doesn't matter where your property is.
I mean, if I had a woman taking me to Adonis and buying me an iPad and giving me 500, paying my rent, I'd tell her, bring that ass here too. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, because I mean, and she doesn't want anything but his companionship. She that's what she paid for, and he was like, "Yeah, I'll be with you, I'll sleep with you, but you are not my girlfriend," because that means something different for him, and she doesn't get that they are not on the same page. Like if you are in a relationship with somebody, you eventually came on the same page and said, "So what are we doing?" Well, I want to do this. And you basically said, okay, that conversation never happened with them. Basically, what Chantal did is she just basically, he wanted to do drugs. Okay, bet she wanted to do drugs, but I believe Kayla Marie, I do believe Natter probably said some really affectionate things and love bombing her and saying things to make her feel like they have a future together. But it's fake. And she needs to see that. Like if a guy will not tell other people that hey, that's my girlfriend, you are not the girlfriend. You're not.
Nope, you're not.
You're not the
And
girlfriend. And that's all it is, Chantal. You're not the girlfriend. If he's not going to tell, yeah, you can talk to his mom on the iPad, but he's going to introduce you as his friend. I mean, and everybody knows what that means in his family. They know what that means. They know, oh, that he's not marrying that. He's just sleeping with that. I mean,
yep,
that's what that means.
It
And
takes
absolutely, Andrea.
it,
Absolutely.
it takes a
And as
level.
a feminist, she has sent us back so many years because oh my god, she's no, she's just trying to just do whatever the man wants her to do.
well, you know what? If I told Chantal, I made a comment. I said if Chantal had any kind of self esteem at all, she would have nuked his phone. She would have bricked his phone, nuked his channel. She
Absolutely
she would have
thrown him
done something,
out, gone.
and just basically just said, I'm going to leave a trail of flames in my wake. Like I'm General Jackson. I'm just gonna burn everything.
I
That's what I would
absolutely
have did if he had had my
burning of
underwear.
Atlanta.
If he had had my underwear on the internet, my crusty underwear on the internet, like no way. I'm like, Chantal, come on, girl. I'm not a fan of her, but I was on her side, like, okay, she's gonna go off, she gonna do this, she's gonna do that, and
No,
it just doesn't happen. And I'm just like, I don't get it. I cannot
no.
relate at all.
She'd go wrap herself up in him.
So I don't know what's gonna happen with Chantal and Dee and Natter.
I have no idea
They're
either, but
they're
I
they're
just
probably.
hate it from a feminist perspective because this is not what I signed up to be as a feminist. Uh, of course, I'm older than most on this panel, or older than everybody, but you know, this is not what we signed up for. You don't do this. You are your own woman, you're your own person, and then you go get your man. And no, she's just gonna go be whatever the man wants to be. That's archaic as far as I'm concerned. My opinion. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, you don't have to apologize. I think
Sin-
Passion Tim was going to say something.
here's my thoughts on the whole thing. Since Chantel is morbidly obese, she kind of does have to pander to the man's every whim because, I mean, really, what does she have to offer? I mean, she has to listen to what he says because she's desperate for companionship. She has literally nothing to offer. She can't go on hikes. She can't go on walks. She can't do anything. All she can do is go grocery shopping and give him some money. And the whole thing about Dee Dee and Natter, you can't. Here's the thing. Chantel is the one who brought them on the internet. She doxed Natter. She gave him a platform by kept talking about the guy, so he eventually made a channel. She was going editing his videos. She put Natter on the internet. So don't be mad that Dee Dee went after him. You did it. You did it to yourself. Everything I noticed with Chantel that she complains and whines about is all self-induced. You brought this all upon yourself. If you never talk crap about Natter, if you never even talked about the guy, doxed him, talking about, his manly parts, no one would be after him. No one would know. Natter wouldn't have a YouTube channel. You did it to
Yeah,
yourself, so live with the consequences.
you saw pictures of his privates. Like, didn't she draw a picture?
Yeah, live with the consequences, woman. You don't be mad at Dee Dee. You did it. You did this all. It was literally a domino effect. Cause and effect. You do this, there's a consequence. Chantel needs to learn the definition of consequences.
Mm-hmm.
With actions, there are consequences, and I feel like her mind has cut off on that point. Really have cut off.
And she's got all of this energy to rage at reaction channels that you know even though they're doing things, she feels like she doesn't like them, and I understand why she doesn't like them. I get it, but it is the way it is. I would not have any energy because I would be so focused on reclaiming my time that I spent on Natter.
Here's
I just want her to pick up and move on. I hate that she wasted so much money on this dude. It's just, as I guess, as just, I guess I don't know if it's sympathy. Is it sympathy that I'm experiencing? Like, I want her to pick up and move on. Pick up and
I
move
I
on.
I don't have an ounce of sympathy for her. Here's the thing. Why do I keep losing my train of thought? This is crazy.
I don't know. I'm sorry. I'll be
Hold on. No, go ahead. I need you to keep talking so it comes back to me.
Oh, well, I think somebody maybe misunderstood what you said, but I'll let you clarify it. Somebody in the chat said, "So if you're fat, you deserve abuse." I didn't hear you say that.
I didn't hear her
I
say
did
that.
not say
No.
that, but Chantel obviously has zero self-respect or self-love for herself, and I did say that she is morbidly obese, and she's desperate for attention and love, and because she has nothing else to offer Natter, she can't go on hikes or walks or anything of that. She cannot. She's gonna have to get a whole stroller to lug around her fupa. I'm sorry. Get a grip, chat. Just get a grip. What I'm speaking is truth. So I did not shame Chantel. I did not say morbidly women who are overweight deserve abuse. I never said that. Chantel opens herself up to be abused, though, by allowing men, because of her desperation, because of her lack of self-love, to treat her the way that they do. Whose fault is that? Is it Chantel's fault? Yeah, of course. It's called taking personal responsibility that she clearly lacks doing so. I'm sorry. I'm just not going to pacify her behavior. She's 38 years old. She's not a child.
Yeah, I definitely think that Chantal is her own worst enemy. She gets in her own way. And if she could, I mean, she has all the power in the situation. I mean,
Here's the thing.
I wouldn't be paying for phones. I wouldn't be, he definitely wouldn't be able to use that iPad. Like, it's just take your toys and leave, Chantal.
Here's the thing. Chantel's issue with reaction channels. When you put all your business online on a social media platform, you are subject to criticism and reaction. Okay, that's the thing she fails to realize. People are allowed to react. If you don't like it, change your behavior. Stop putting all your business on the internet. When you are on the internet, you are subject to positive or negative feedback. Unfortunately, majority of Chantel's feedback is negative because of her choices. She could change that outlook if she changed her actions, which she will never do. So stop complaining about it.
But she's always done this.
Yeah.
I've been with her since the
Yeah, you're right.
beginning, and I really loved her mukbangs and all of that, and her struggle with weight and going from one thing into another. That was a wonderful time. Uh,
She used to be so witty. She used to have witty things to say,
exactly.
and it's like now she's just wasted away, and
Yeah, it's just natter, snatter, natter,
ugh,
natter.
I'm over
You
this.
know, or I'm beezing, which means I'm doing edibles and what. And I'm not dissing that because I'm in here in Texas and it's not legal. And God, if it was legal, I'd be having me something right now. But
Here's the thing.
but she's just taking it all out of control. And I don't even know what other stuff she's doing that's not legal. And I honestly think she's doing stuff that's not legal.
Here's the thing here. If Chantel was actually going to doctor's appointments and stuff, I think it would be, I'm not sure on this, don't quote me on this. I am not a medical professional, but Mary Jane does cause you to have, the munchies, and
Of
Chantel has
course.
an eating problem. I don't think any doctor would advise her, someone who is morbidly obese, to enjoy edibles, especially with her eating disorder or her overeating that she has. Okay, so
Hmm.
I can't approve that. Oh well, I can do edibles. Sure,
I
sure
don't.
you can.
I also think that was Dr. Google. I don't think a medical professional
Dr. Google.
would
I
be that
love that.
reckless. It's just reckless. Like, sure, you should try medical marijuana, even though you have a history of problems with eating disorders. So, no doctors. I don't think or any reputable doctor worth their salt would do that. But I just, I just want to see something else. I don't like to see anybody, stuck. But I do feel like she's stuck. I'm happy Monty's doing other things on his channel because I do think the time is coming and coming soon.
She's stuck.
That huh?
She's stuck and she's going.
Yeah, I think the time is coming where it's just we're gonna look up and it's I
She's
mean
not there.
there are other people that are doing things. Like there's this one young lady who I think it was Girlic Bread's channel. She's a YouTuber, but she's actually making changes in her life and taking control. And she's just such a far removal from the other girls in the verse,
In the girl verse.
in the girl verse, she's so different and she's doing things and she's taking control of her life. And it's just like, oh, well, how refreshing is this? Let me see what she's about, And I just can't. I don't want another arc of, Chantal. I'm always probably gonna tune in. I'm not gonna say I'm just gonna stop. It's
You
just not.
better
It's
not,
not interesting anymore. It's not interesting.
Andrea. We will
What?
forgive you.
I mean, I'm always gonna be like lurking around Monty's channel because I
Yeah.
really like the other content, like the It's
I
almost
will
like a
come
true
get you,
crime element, and I'm
girl.
all about true crime. I love true crime. I
Oh,
love
love that
fascinating people
too, but I'll
stories.
come get you.
All right.
No,
You
but
can come get me.
and what is it, Andrea?
Yes.
That's such a pretty name.
Love you.
Thank you. Love you
But
too,
I do
Lisa.
agree with you. I think her time's coming to an end on YouTube, but I've heard other people say this, and I agree. My prediction is, this isn't going to end well. I mean,
Mm-mm.
there's so many
Nope,
avenues
it's
for her
not.
health. Natter. I mean, look at the last woman who he was involved with. That didn't end well for her, and
No,
I don't
I
think.
absolutely.
Yeah, I don't think
Stabbing
this
with
is
a
going to end
knife
well.
is not a good thing.
No, no. So if she doesn't, the way she's eating and living doesn't put her in the hospital or worse, he will, because this is just and I honestly don't see her leaving him. I think it'll have.
No,
Yeah, don't you agree?
I
I
think
don't think I
that
don't think she's gonna leave him.
No, I think
one
it'll
of
have
them
to be
will have to
him
be in jail
or
or
something
dead.
else. Yeah.
He is
Basically.
he is just another form of addiction for her, and it started wrong. They both started when she was going around him. They were using substances together, and you can't expect when you start a relationship using substance, you know, you know, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But it's gonna
Yeah,
that it's gonna end
it's just sad.
that
It's
it's gonna
so
end on a good
sad.
page. It's it's not sad. That's what she chose. She,
No,
I think
but
no, it's not sad because
okay, I'm sorry, but from my
it's
perspective,
not sad.
I think what hippieistas
from
means
my
is like
perspective, why on earth did she ever get herself into this position? And
desperate.
and who allowed her to get into this position?
She did.
But yes, she did. Okay, all of that is yes, she did. But my God, I'm 58. We've been fighting forever not to be in this position. How did this happen with somebody that's 38? She's 20 years younger than me.
Here's the thing: she chooses to drive over to Dee Dee and Natter don't have a car. Okay, they have no method of transportation unless they hire a taxi service. Okay, the reason why I don't feel sorry, I'm sorry, my sympathy rating with her is 0. I have no sympathy for her whatsoever. I watch her because it's comedy, and I'm just so surprised that a 38-year-old woman can just live the life that she lives and be content in living it. Okay, that's why I watch her. I have no sympathy or pity for her at all because she gets in her car and she drives over there. She chooses to make those choices. So why should I feel sorry for the outcome? That's what she chose. In life, we all get choices. If I choose not to go to work tomorrow and I continue not to go to work for the entire week, I lose my job. Okay? You,
Mm-hmm.
the bed you make is the bed you lie in. I'm sorry, I'm not going to feel sorry for a 38-year-old woman. She's twice my age. I don't feel sorry for her. I don't care.
Okay, I don't feel sorry for her. Don't take it that way. I do not feel sorry for her. What I'm feeling is hurt and how women who have grown up after me can get themselves in this position. That's what I'm hurting. We tried to stop this and it didn't stop. And that's what I'm sad
Well,
about.
I think hippieista, you're coming from a place of self reliance. I think that's what a big part of the historical. I don't know how to refer to the feminist movement of the past and the present, but I think what you're referring to was I think the core of that movement was a self reliance and a self I can't think of the word, but
No,
it was
I
based
think
upon
it is.
it was based upon
I think every woman wants to be like me, and maybe that's not the case. So there
well,
you go.
I mean, I think that I think that the movement was a push for women to stand apart and stand independent and prop themselves up how they wanted to, whatever that looked like for them. And you just see someone that her situation could have been so different. Um, and I don't think she's ever going to leave him. I
No.
mean, she says she's
Mhm.
addicted, and I just think that I think that it's truly what she wants. And so, I wish she had made a different decision, but this is decision that she made. And I I think it was disgusting the way she just said, "Oh, he's going to a courthouse. Well, guess what? I'm going to the police station."
Oh
It's just
God,
like
yeah.
stuff like that. I was like, okay,
Hmm.
this is getting really, really, out of hand. You don't use
Yep.
resources like that. Like
Yep.
she
Yep.
doesn't
Yep.
even
Yep.
she doesn't even pay
You're
taxes.
wasting so much money.
And I mean, and they actually need to take care of people that need um and you know what, Blue Moon, I'm just going to read what you said. She can get off her carousel of chaos at any time, and she won't even bother to try. She's on the ride. She can get off. Like, she has every opportunity to step off, and then she wants everybody to feel sorry and be there with her when she's going through her low times. Look at all the problems I've made. But hoo, poor me. Now feel sorry for me and send me money. Don't
That's
tell me, don't tell me what I need to do. Don't tell. So it's just, I don't know what's going to happen. I have no idea. I don't think it's going to end well. I'm, like I said, I'm happy that Monty is covering other subjects, as far as like almost like a
Absolutely.
documentary style. Like the thing about Andrew Ditch was really fascinating to me, like his
Absolutely.
story. And it's just human interest. It's a human interest story. And
Hmm.
yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
thank you, Andrea.
mhm.
Appreciate it, Hippie and Passion Team. We're gonna wrap this up right now. So, Andrea, if
Okay.
you have any closing words, we'll go in clockwise order as usual.
Is it me? I don't have anything else. I don't have
Okay,
anything else. Yeah.
Hippieista.
I just love all of y'all. Monty, I love you, and I want you to go eat the most chicken soup you can have because they say that it's absolutely an antibiotic. So just go do that. I want you to get well for the coming week. And I just want all my sisters to be behind, to stay strong. We got to stay strong. We got to be where we are, and we've got to keep pushing forward for our rights, for everything. And people like Chantel makes us look like we're a bunch of bib, idiots. We're just idiots. We're just running after people. We're running after a man. And I'm sorry. I've worked so hard through my life of voting and whatnot to not make sure that this stuff doesn't happen, but it's happening, and it makes me sad. But I love y'all, and tomorrow's gonna be wonderful, and love you always. So go ahead.
All right, thank you, Hippie, Passion Team.
I just want to say this. I'm sorry if I came across cold and passionate towards Chantel, but we live in uh, a world that mental health resources, help resources. We're not living in the dark ages here, and I feel like with all the resources, there isn't an excuse. And I'm not about making excuses for anyone's behavior. And I really appreciate you, Monty, for letting me on to talk. And I hope I didn't offend anyone. And I hope everyone has a good night.
Wait, so Passion Tim, wait, you're the Passion Tim, right?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
All right, last but not least, perfectly imperfect.
Yeah, I just wanted to thank you and everyone for, allowing me on. It's nice to have this space. My husband knows about my dirty little secret of following Foodie Beauty, but he's the only one. And it's nice to have a space I can come to with people who also share my dirty little secret of watching Foodie Beauty. So I'm thankful that we have you, Monty, for a place to do that, because I would never ever give her um, the view. So thank you. Oh, and Foodie Beauty, if you're watching this and you're saying harassment and bullying, sweetie, you put yourself on the internet. You put your life out there. We watched. Again, I admit, dirty little secret, I watch you. I'm fascinated with everything. So you did this, and then you shut your chat out. Like, so nobody can talk to you unless they're your little VIBs. So, sweetie, if you have a problem with this, then open up your chat. Thanks, Monty.
All right, thank you, everybody. Smash that like button for me. I'd appreciate it, and I'll see everybody another time. Take care. Have a good one, and
Get
bye
well
bye.
soon.